Dr. Ian Roberts has been arrested by ICE.
And right now, Des Moines Public School officials are giving an update.
We are breaking into programming to bring you breaking news. Des Moines Public School Superintendent Dr. Ian Roberts has been arrested by ICE.
And right now, Des Moines Public School officials are giving an update. They're holding a press conference. Let's listen in.
Because of the legal complexities of this situation, we're unfortunately not going to be taking any questions following their remarks. We know you likely have questions, no doubt, but we ask you to bear with us, and we won't be able to address further questions at this time. And so with that, I'll turn this over to our school board chair, Jackie Norris.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Des Moines Public School community, I want to provide an update from district leadership and the board on the current situation unfolding with our superintendent, Dr. Ian Roberts. Before we begin, it seems fitting to take a page out of Dr. Roberts' book and ask the community to engage in radical empathy as we work through the situation together. Radical empathy is the recognition that we can disagree and still empathize with each other. The respect of others' humanity. This concept will be essential as we wait to learn more.
Have y'all heard of GAME? This is a guy that read some books and went to this school and learned how to, through their system, to manipulate words. Radical empathy. Come on, man. Radical and empathy, put it together. Let's quit playing games, guys. Let's quit letting these people, because they go to school, sit in the classroom and get a PhD behind their name, they could just throw words out there. That doesn't mix, man. Radical empathy. Yeah, well, these are two words, but this you putting words that benefits your narrative, and this is what we're not going to engage in. We're not going to accept this because you're on Prime News Channel doing this. This is not cool. Well, I got something to say, but let's listen a little more. This guy, when you look at the records, and it's out there on, I'm gonna pull up a couple things that's out there already, what he was doing, and he know what he was doing, and he's using right now this Des Moines Public School District for his benefit, and they're giving him the FaceTime. But what I'm gonna show you earlier, what I'm gonna show you is gonna show you the manipulation that he knew ahead of time. And how you know he knew it ahead of time? His things, what he was doing at the end. When you got people that was ICE looking for you and other police department looking for you, and you go off on a high speed chase, that tells you something. You knew something. Then what they found inside the vehicle. Okay, let's continue on. Remember them points.
Do not have all the facts. There is much we do not know. However, what we do know is that Dr. Roberts has been an integral part of our school community since he joined over 2 years ago. During his time with our district, he has shown up in ways big and small and has advocated for students and staff and begun introducing concepts that will help us reimagine education for future generations of Des Moines students. Here is what we also know. Dr. Roberts joined us in July 2023 and has held educational leadership positions in districts across the U.S. for 20 years.
And this guy, Dr. Roberts, as you want to call him, had at that 2023 had been to court, has been denied, had been arrested before, detained, and he knows this. So has stayed past his visa. He knows that. So let's look at what's going on now, and because the government or whatever didn't follow him or do what they would do to anybody that's outside the system, being in the academia world, being academic, yeah, like a DACA, we have DACA students. You got to remember that they helped him, protected him, and this allowed him to sustain himself. Let's look at the real facts. I do not like manipulation. I'm just clarifying the manipulation here and to let you see what's going on behind the curtain. Of course, Des Moines, everybody know in America, Des Moines Public Institute is going to protect its entity, its face, um, and but they're not looking at the facts and how they cover up. They say, "Well, we don't know all the facts yet." Yes, but the facts you do know. In the old days, in 20, 30 years ago, they probably would have said it's some disturbing news that came about because they have enough to say it's disturbing, and that we wasn't abreast of, but we're getting more information now. That'd be more politely way to say, but just to leave it out there and then cover it and then try to put this guy as a stellar performance, that's not fair to the public. I just want to make that clear. This is not a fair evaluation. You'll see as we go.
The Iowa Board of Educational Examiners issued Dr. Roberts a license to serve as superintendent in the state of Iowa in July 2023. There is new information that has been made public that we did not know, and we have not been able to verify as to whether that information is accurate.
What I just said previously, they just stated that. Now, don't know if it's accurate. It was a judge. It was an arrest. So our law system is not credible. So we could say your institution is not credible. This is when everything's get out of whack. This is when the media and institutions are not in cohesive. This is government, state government organizations that's for the public. They have ethical protocols they got to abide by, and this is what's going on. We got to get a hold of this, and I'm glad this is coming out now so people can. And I'm reacting to this in real time to show you guys how things are in disarray. Let's continue.
I'm turning it over to Interim Superintendent Matt Smith.
We stand firm with our community, many of whom are feeling sad, outraged, and helpless. We understand as we too are devastated by the news of his detainment. However, this does not stop our important work.
Why are you devastated by his detainment? Why I could see angry. Why are you angry? Angry he didn't tell you guys all of this previously. He didn't say nothing about this because he probably told a couple people, but he's not saying everything in full detail. Now you learn about this. Maybe that you could say that, but you're not indicating it. You're just putting words out there. I would like to say word salad, and you're not telling us behind the word salad. Inform us behind this word salad, you temporary superintendent. Let us know what's going on. Do you understand? One was said previously that they got some information, but they don't know if they haven't validated the information. Okay, we're gonna see some things get validated. Watch.
We will continue to provide outstanding education to the students in our community. Know that we have protocols and processes in place to address this type of situation. We have leaders who will continue to show up in a way that communicates care, empathy, service, and action.
Good word.
We will lead with love and care for the dignity of human beings in Des Moines and across our country. This is challenging on many levels.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the Des Moines Public School District. It has nothing to do with across the country. We're talking about Iowa. We're talking about Des Moines, Iowa. We're talking about a school institution. This is when you're reaching past your protocol. We're talking about right now. You had a superintendent that was a illegal alien that took a job knowing he shouldn't took the job because there was things in the court system going on that was proven, and he stayed on the job after it was approved that he is no longer he's supposed to be removed from this country, and he's still working as a superintendent. Let's stay focused to that.
The reality is that we may not have additional answers right away. However, the strength of Des Moines Public Schools is in its people, our leaders, educators, and staff who will continue to advance the mission on behalf of our students and families as we wait for clarity in what comes next.
There is clarity.
In the words of Dr. Roberts, if you paddle together, you will survive the tide. If you paddle alone, you will likely drown. As we move forward and learn more, we choose to paddle together. Bring to the table, Ms. Maria Alonso.
There's been many says similar to that. All boats rise as the tides rise. All boats rise. Come on, man. Let's quit all these make it seem something so profound. It's not profound. It's a statement. This is what I'm trying to say. These type of behaviors is way off the map. You already know what's
En nombre de la comunidad de las escuelas públicas de Des Moines, quiero proporcionar una actualización del liderazgo del distrito y la Junta sobre la situación actual que se desarrolla con nuestro superintendente, el Dr. Ian Roberts. Antes de comenzar, parece apropiado tomar una página del libro de Dr. Roberts y pedirle a la comunidad que se involucre con grandes a reimaginar Iowa en julio del 2023. También es de un. Sin embargo,
We're not in the position to answer further questions at this time. We'll certainly be providing updates and address additional information when and if it becomes available on this. But we are sorry that we're not able to answer questions right at this point in time. We do appreciate everybody's coming out and your attention to this matter.
You can't answer questions. You're doing your civic duty is talking about issues about discrimination, about immigration. You're having people speaking in Spanish. You promote all this, but then when it comes to questions about what's happening, why was he detained, and there's things that's on the record that shows this, you're not taking no questions. This is what's going on. This is an agenda. America, I'm telling you, this is an agenda being pushed. Look at this agenda right before your eyes. It's being pushed. And a lot of these people, it's about the, I'm not going to say that, but it's agenda being pushed.
And with that, we'll conclude. Appreciate it.
And there you have it, Des Moines Public Schools addressing today's shocking and still developing news that the Superintendent Dr. Ian Roberts was arrested by ICE earlier this morning.
And they started their press conference by saying they were not able to answer reporter questions. Everyone has a lot of questions as to what led up to this, how this happened, why this happened. But the district says they're not able to answer questions today because of what they call the legal complexities of the entire situation.
In the Spanish-speaking part that ended their press conference there, that was the statements that Des Moines Public Schools Board Chair Jackie Norris and then Associate Superintendent Matt Smith, who's now the interim superintendent, what they said earlier on in the press conference. We wanted our Spanish-speaking families to be able to understand what was going on, so that's why we stuck with that message in its entirety.
And here's what we do know. Dr. Ian Roberts started as the Des Moines superintendent in July of 2023. Jackie Norris says that he has been an integral part of the community and district since then. In her speech, she said the Iowa Board of Educational Examiners issued him a license to serve in July of 2023. She says the district received new information today, which she didn't elaborate on what that was, but she says that the district has not been able to confirm that new information. She said that really she wants everyone to demonstrate what she calls.
What do you feel? What do you feel about that? Let me know. Leave a message, comment down below.